Hi, Sandy here. I'm going to start a new glue book today. I'm probably the only one I know who has this is the only book I've made using a real book. Most people start with a real book, or they use those notebooks. I don't know. They just use all kinds of ready-made books and they alter them, and this was the only one that I've ever made from a real book. It had a picture of a garden on it, and then it was like a journal, so it had a week of a calendar on this page, which I covered up. I took a few pages out so it's not too full. So that's the only one. And then I do a lot of 8.5 by 11 pages, and I usually do 25 sheets covered on both sides. Boy, I gotta glue that back on. Anyway, 25 sheets covered on both sides. So my pages are usually 50 pages. So I like making these, and then I bind them. Shannon Green, if you look for Shannon Green on YouTube, binding loose leaf pages or something like that. She has a video, a pretty good explanation. I've made a video or two showing how I do it, if you can find them. But this is how I make a lot of my books. I've done 25 of these books. Just covering both sides of paper, and then I clamp the pages together, glue or take it outside and drill some holes in my garage, and then I sew it up real good. And then I tried doing it with the cover page and then sewing it, and then this is duct tape, just white duct tape to finish the edge, and then I write the title on there. One of them I did the cover and back page, stitched that all together, but then it was really lumpy under here and it just didn't look very nice. So you want to put the cover on last, and what I do is I line up the front and the back, and then I put a heavy amount of glue on the edge and stick the duct tape on there, and then wrap it around and finish it off and let it dry, and it's very strong. And then this, I like using these vintage, I get these at thrift shops, very vintage scrapbooks like your grandmothers might have used, with the little photo corners, remember that? I like using these. And now with these, sometimes I use watercolor paper, print paper, and so I don't have to cover up every inch. But these with the back black backgrounds, I usually have to cover every inch. So let's get started. I've got like 7 pages set up. I gotta raise my chair. Okay, I got like 7 pages set up, ready to go. So this one I'm calling Vintage Cars, because my brother loves car calendars. He loves cars, and every year he gets a calendar and he gives it to me. I save the calendars. I usually buy them at the Dollar Tree. Cats, flowers, dogs, vintage cars, and I save the calendars and use them as a base, because these are sometimes like 11 by 16. They're pretty big, so I like to start out with like a calendar page or something large to fill in a lot of space to get started. So I've got this. I've already laid this out, so I know how it fits together. I got this to fill in a little loose edge. And then here's a classic car. So we're going to glue that all up. This is a calendar page, obviously. So I haven't made a video in quite a while. I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood. I haven't been depressed or anything. You know, I'm getting so close to retirement, 2.5 years, and well, I've been reading a lot more books, and I just feel like, man, there's never enough hours in the day to read my books, to scrapbook, to, well, I'm caught up with scrapbooking for now, to just do all the fun things that I want to do. And I joined Planet Fitness, and I don't like going without my husband. I like him to drive me. But yeah, there's just never enough hours in the day. So, I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood to make any videos. But since I'm starting this, I'm going to go ahead and make a video. Okay. Now, I used to have a credit card somewhere that I was smoothing this out with. Don't know what I did with it. Okay. I want these all to be vintage. Now, at one point, I made a whole bunch of these clusters. Just playing with, because I had a lot of shapes like this. Well, not a lot. Lots of nice shapes, backgrounds for stuff, and what are you going to do with them? So I made a whole bunch of clusters. I went a few different times. At one point, I made some clothing tag on everything, some vintage, something vintage, a little picture. Clusters are really easy to make. Well, if you're feeling inspired. So this is a cluster that I made. I found a book one time with 1920s and 30s fashions, something like that. And I cut that all up. Have a lot of these nice people. I'm trying to make this book pretty much vintage, and I have gotten Good Old Days magazines. Is that what they're called? The good. I don't remember. Good Old Days, and then there's Reminisce magazines, and so I've cut those up, and I like to do vintage stuff. Sometimes I like to do random stuff, modern stuff. I like a wide variety of stuff. I do kind of like themes in my stuff. So this was from Reminisce or one of those, and I just, it's an interesting picture. I love old photos. I scrapbooked for my brother too, and man, he's got shelves. He's got probably a good 6 feet of scrapbooks lined up that I have made for him, and so he recently had some pictures printed, and I used up 6 glue sticks. He buys his own glue. And I'm happy to use my embellishments, tags, and borders on his pages, because, you know, they've accumulated. So here's 2 guys with dogs. Here's a guy with a dog. I didn't realize I had a dog with an old car in the background. So get this glued up. I've just been working. Haven't had a vacation since last September. Not really a lot going on. Oh, my daughter is planning her wedding. She texted me one day, "Mom, who's paying for my wedding dress?" Well, that's probably going to be me. And so this summer we still got 1.5 years to go, but this summer she wants to go have a girls' day out with me and her future mother-in-law and her fiance's 2 sisters, to go watch her go try on wedding dresses. And she says she wants to keep her wedding under $10,000. Well, the venue is $5,000 alone, plus food and cake. And, oh, I hate planning weddings. I didn't do a very good job of planning my own. My mother-in-law actually took over. But she said her budget for her dress is $3,000. I said, my budget for your dress is $1,000. I know that's not a lot of money. But, you know, we're not rich. You don't have to impress anybody. She'll have a nice wedding no matter what. Alright, that page is done. Pretty vintage. Okay. Slide this over. Doesn't give me much room to... How do I do this usually? Got to situate myself, have room to glue over there with this page. Okay, so how did I have this laid out? Another one of my, you know what, I'm going to put this over here because I don't want this wrapping around the curve. So I'm going to move it back. I'll put the next page here. It'll be better. Okay, so this is out of Reminisce or Good Old Days. And so is this kid at the candy store picking out penny candy. I like that. And then this is out of an old calendar. And then this just says today, tomorrow, and yesterday. I don't know if that really fits the theme. But I just had it on this to separate it from the other pages of stuff. So let's get gluing. And because she's been sending me this website, Aziza or something like that, that has wedding dresses, and she sent me a few pictures of the styles she likes, and they're like $500. But you can't try those on. I guess I don't know how they do that, but I don't know how they do it. But then she sent me me and her future mother-in-law does link to the mother of the bride dresses, and so I picked one I liked. And it was like $197. And I shop at thrift shops and Walmart, and I'm pretty frugal. I never spent that much on a dress in my entire life. Well, my own wedding dress cost me, I was too cheap to buy one. I'm very frugal. I actually bought the fabric and pattern and stuff, but you know, it's the silky fabric and lace, and that adds up. That cost me a couple $100, but that was the actual wedding dress, and I made my wedding dress, and did it turn out great? No, not really, but it looked good. And no, she can't wear my wedding dress because I weigh quite a bit more than her. I weigh, probably, my dress I was like 150 pounds, and she's 130, 120. So no, she can't wear my wedding dress. But I'm very happy to spend $1,000 on a wedding dress for her, but not $3,000. No, you know, at this point in my life, having her late in life, and she's my miracle, and I'm so glad I have her. But it's awful close to retirement, and I'm still paying for her college. She's gonna graduate college with no debt. You know, I give her a lot. And she's still on my health insurance. I'm still paying her medical bills. I need to be doing that final push to build my retirement account. And it's going well. But I can't spend $3,000 on a wedding dress for her. And, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm really happy for her, for my son-in-law. Last May, that's like 7 or 8 months ago, he started working where I work. I'm the janitor, and I'm pretty well paid for a janitor compared to like being a maid in a motel Or I worked in a hospital once cleaning, and they don't pay very well. But I make pretty good money for a janitor. Where I work, I have no complaints. But he's driving a forklift, doing warehouse work, and he's already making like $3 more an hour than me. And he's only 25. So he can afford to save up for the wedding. And my daughter still doesn't work at all because she's going to college. She says she can't concentrate on college, on studying, if she has to work a job too. Alright, on to the next page. I've got this here truck. Hope you can see that whole page. I can't get over much further. It's so wide, you know, being what do you call it, horizontal instead of vertical, so it's so wide. Doesn't leave me a lot of room for gluing over here. Okay. That doesn't feel very sticky. Well, I don't have much to say. This is why I haven't been making any videos lately. I don't know. Just haven't felt like talking, I guess. I wonder if I should trim that down because, oh man, I don't want to go around this edge. I'll make it stick somehow. It'll be alright. Okay, this is torn out of a reproduction Sears catalog. It's just kind of for background. I am going to trim this down. It's not perfect, but that's not a problem. Okay, I've got this, Live Well, Love Much, Laugh Often. That came out of a catalog. You could order that sign. This is going to go here. I just wanted this on here to fill in the background. So that's a compass. Goes with the car, if you ask me. And then I got this guy. He's out of that same catalog as this lady. Well, it wasn't really a catalog. It was just an interesting book about fashion. And we're going to stand him up here on the running board. And that page is done. Three pages done already. Okay. I got this huge thing. I already put a sticker on there, a salamander sticker, just to be cute. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on this page. It'll be alright. Now I've got a lot of cars, a lot of calendar pages. I had to fold this a little bit because it was too wide to fit in my paper trimmer. Oh, come on. Get on there.
Here's your answer.
What?
On how new it was.
Oh, 2018? That's your computer's
Almost.
4 years old.
I know, almost. I found that in my drawer.
I was asking my brother how old his laptop was, and he just found the receipt. This is out of one of those Reminisce magazines or whatever. I'm going to put that down here in the corner. Vintage toys. I like the bike and the train and the roller skates. I like them all. Okay, and then we got this lady right here. Oh, this is out of a... I have some magazines from like the 40s that I've been cutting up. Put that right there. Here's one of my clusters. The cars were colorful, so I wanted something colorful. So that goes there. And then this, I'm going to trim the corners real quick. Then I got these little bunnies. I'm going to put them down here on the corner. Oh, today is the 12th, February 12th, 2022. My mom died of cancer on February 12th. 1982, breast cancer. So, she's been gone 40 years. 40 years. And I've missed her. This landscape here, and this. I got a lot of stuff for this page. And here's a Victorian lady. And a car. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. I think that's upright. And then this goes here, I guess. Okay. I think I want this on there first. And this goes around here somewhere. I'll figure it out. my brother's computer is really, really, really slow. And mine is slow sometimes, but not all the time. Alright, it's really slow starting up and really slow. You know, like if you want to look at his pictures, it's really slow. It's, I don't know. So he might be about due for a new one. I do love making glue books. When I got caught up with my scrapbooking, I needed something else to do, and you know, you accumulate a lot of stuff for your scrapbooks, and some of it you just know you're never going to use. So this is an ideal way to use up stuff, and it's very you know, you can get old magazines for free. It doesn't cost hardly anything. It's a good way to use up your stuff, and I got tons of 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, and so that doesn't cost much. I don't know, it's just